So I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary.
Elon Musk was fairly ordinary, just like any one of us, but today, he's no less than a real-life Tony Stark. How did a frail kid from South Africa become the richest person in the world? Well, today we're going to see how tough, yet amazing his journey was. Making an actual colony on Mars is not something anyone didn't think of, but it was more of a story told to kids and material for sci-fi movies. Back in the day, the cost of launching a rocket for space exploration was very, very expensive because the components that make up the rockets are to be produced from different manufacturers. They charge a hefty amount of prices for them. Only governments could afford those hefty prices, and space explorations is far beyond the reach even for big organizations. This was a problem for many dreamers and for Elon Musk too. Everyone knows electric cars are much better than gasoline cars because of their overall low carbon footprint on the environment. Many have tried and failed to mass-produce electric cars because production costs of electric vehicles are not viable for the consumer market when competing with cheap and easy-to-make gasoline cars. Making an affordable electric car is not an easy task if done properly. It could have game-changing effects on the environment. How did this ordinary guy took on these very big challenges and choose to be extraordinary, and what can we learn from his life story? You're watching Life Story Inc., and this is the biography of Elon Musk. Childhood and brought up. Born to an engineer dad and Canadian model mother, Musk started dreaming about his inventions from a very young age, so much so that his parents had to have him tested to check his hearing. He developed a keen interest in computer programming at the age of 12 and sold his first software called Blaster at $500. Not so less for a 12-year-old child, is it? However, being a genius didn't help Elon Musk to have a wonderful childhood. He was bullied unnecessarily and beaten up regularly at school by other kids, to the point where he actually had a blackout and needed to be hospitalized. With his parents filing for divorce, things weren't a cakewalk at home too. It became even more difficult when he turned 18 because back then, South Africa had a mandatory rule for males to serve in the army once they reached adult age. Musk had better dreams to pursue and thus moved to Canada. His struggles didn't end there either, as he had to work hard to get through poverty. His first breakthrough happened when he received a scholarship from the University of Pennsylvania, where he majored in physics and economics. Yes, 2 bachelor degrees. Things looked out even more for him when he got a seat at the prestigious Stanford University for a PhD in applied physics. However, it was a time when the internet boom was happening and the timing was perfect for an entrepreneur with futuristic ideas, which led him to drop out just 2 days after he joined Stanford. He and his brother borrowed $28,000 from their parents and launched a company called Zip2. To save rent and other expenses, Musk used to sleep in his company office and took showers in a nearby gym. 4 years later, they sold their company to Compaq for $307 million in cash and $34 million in stock. This was the first breakthrough for him in the world of business and a great place to start. After all, he just received $22 million for his 7% stake from the sale. The same year, he and his brother used the money from their sale of Zip2 to found X.com, online financial services and payments company, which later merged with a competitor. Today, we know of it as PayPal. The challenge. In the year 2002, Musk got a $160 million paycheck when PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion in stock. This is where his dream started to become a success story, but not without its struggles. With so much money in hands, instead of going for luxury, Musk decided to go forward with his dreams and took 2 very risky decisions. To launch a satellite or spaceship, first thing he needed is a rocket. So, with his team, Musk traveled with a group to Moscow to buy refurbished ICB missiles that could send the greenhouse payloads into space. Russians put a hefty price on the rockets and could make his decision unviable. His dream started to fail just at the beginning. Elon Musk realized that the cost of making a rocket from scratch is just a fraction of what he was charged. So, Elon decided to make the rockets himself, and to make them cost-effective, he must make a reusable rocket. Without any delay, he recruited the brightest engineers into his team and they started to make every component from scratch. Soon, the team assembled a rocket Falcon 1. Meanwhile, in 2004, a company called Tesla that was working on electric vehicles caught Elon's attention, but neither did they have any concrete ideas nor the funds to make a successful change. At that time, electric cars were considered to be slow, ugly, and too pricey. That's when Elon Musk entered and invested in Tesla Motors, becoming its CEO and started working on the idea of electric cars. Learning from his SpaceX, he realized that making different components of electric cars from scratch is more profitable than procuring them from vendors, and so his team began making 80% of them from scratch, except for batteries, which make up a huge chunk of the price. The failure. The world is watching keenly on those two startups. March 2006, SpaceX was ready to launch its first mission, and on March 24, Falcon 1 lifted off, and 41 seconds after the launch, the rocket exploded. In the same year, Tesla announced its first electric sports car, the Roadster, which had received more than 100 pre-orders, but the faulty production line delayed its launch further. At first, it was a failure. These cars were much overpriced, and things became worse when TV shows like Top Gear brought a lot of negativity to the brand. SpaceX's second and third rocket launches were also a failure, and Tesla couldn't deliver the promised Roadster due to its production line problems and the recent resignation of its former CEO Eberhard. At the same time, Elon Musk's wife, Jennifer Justin Wilson, filed for divorce. After 3 unsuccessful attempts on the fast burning of cash, neither SpaceX nor Tesla had a viable product, and both of them were very near bankruptcy. SpaceX had only enough funding to make just one attempt. On September the 28th, 2008, Elon Musk was in the control center at the SpaceX watching its final effort. The countdown began. There was utter silence and fear on everyone's face. At around 3:15 p.m. in LA, the Falcon 1 rocket lifted off carrying 165 kilograms into Earth's orbit. Elon ran out of the control center to watch it directly. A success. After SpaceX's successful attempt, NASA awarded the company the contract of $1.6 billion to handle cargo transport for the International Space Station. 4 years later, SpaceX made history as the first private company that sent a spacecraft to the ISS. Like a true entrepreneur, Musk didn't stand down but took bold decisions such as firing some employees and actively pushing the ideas for innovation. 7 years after this information, Tesla unveiled the sports car Roadster and made a strategic partnership with Toyota that raised $226 million in the first public offering itself. After many other milestones, SpaceX saw another notable event with a successful test flight and landing of a Falcon 9 rocket, made from reusable parts, a development that opened the door for more affordable space travel. Following Roadster, Tesla launched the Model S sedan in 2012, the Model X SUV in 2015, and the higher-volume Model 3 sedan in 2017. The Model 3 ranks as the world's all-time best-selling plug-in electric car, with more than 500,000 delivered. Tesla's global sales were 499,550 units in 2020, a 35.8% increase over the previous year. In 2020, the company surpassed the 1 million mark of electric cars produced. The future. In 2006, he helped create Solar City, a solar energy services company aiming to reduce carbon emissions further by using renewable sources of energy. In 2015, he co-founded OpenAI, a non-profit research company that aims to promote friendly artificial intelligence. In July 2016, he co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology company focused on developing brain-computer interfaces, and in December of that year, he founded The Boring Company, an infrastructure and tunnel construction company focused on tunnels optimized for electric vehicles. In 2018, Musk also created his own satellite network, Starlink, which promises to provide ideal broadband connection to rural areas as well as to provide a tough competition to other providers out there. In addition to his primary business pursuits, he envisioned a high-speed transportation system known as the Hyperloop that could reach the speeds of commercial flights on land. The company which once was the brunt of negativity is now ruling the electric car market without any opposition. And the best part? It's the need of the hour, so there is no lowering of demands. Tesla is now manufacturing Roadster 2.0. As for SpaceX, Musk has even bigger plans for his third brainchild. He's planning to send a SpaceX unmanned cargo rocket to Mars in 2022 and a manned mission to Mars in 2024. By 2050, Musk is aiming to send at least 1 million people to a self-sustaining red planet. Musk takes a very small salary from his companies, so if you're wondering how he became the richest man in the world, the main source of his $188.5 billion net worth is his large stakes in them. Tesla's stock surged by more than 700% in 2020, making it the world's most valuable automaker by far. Musk, already an extraordinarily rich man at the end of 2019, saw his wealth grow by more than $150 billion over the past year, according to Bloomberg's Billionaires Index. And a fine Thursday morning stock rally was what allowed Musk to overtake Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos as the wealthiest person on the planet. Instead of throwing a great party, all we got from him was a tweet saying, "How strange," and he followed that up with, "Well, back to work." All work and no play doesn't make Elon Musk a dull boy, does it? The controversy. But we all know that with success comes controversy. Elon Musk might be the biggest billionaire and the face of the future at the moment, but he has his fair share of controversy. Although Starlink played a great role in enhancing communications, hundreds of astronomers voiced concerns about the satellites in the low Earth orbit, hindering the research and observations. And if that wasn't enough on his plate, Tesla has been embroiled in many controversies as well. There have been over 20 reported incidents of Tesla models catching fire without any faults, as well as autopilot injuries, even deaths. Even Tesla factories have not been left out of the accusations. There have been reports of worker injuries and even smuggling of hard trucks inside gigafactories. Despite making his entire industry eco-friendly, Elon Musk is also being accused of environmental degradation thanks to his plans of building a new gigafactory in Germany. Keeping aside his controversies, Musk is an inspiration. He very well defines the idea of not giving up. No matter how much negativity people fling at you, his childhood trauma never made him let go of his dreams. No matter the struggle he had to go through so that he could stand on his toes. And if next time someone tells you not to make risky decisions, you now know that Musk's entire life story came out of risky but well-calculated decisions. People close to Musk have talked about how they have never seen a man who can commit to goals and endure pain as much as he can. Even if you were on the lookout for inspiration and a perfect recipe for success, the world's richest man just presented you with one. What can we learn? Finally, what can we learn from his life story? Don't be afraid to dream big. Have a clear end goal in mind. Understand the basic economics, like production costs, and think about how you can reduce. Make a clear step-by-step plan. Assemble a right-minded expert team to guide you. Be patient and trust the process. What did you learn from his story? Mention it in the comments below, and if you loved the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to our channel. Click on the linked video to watch the inspiring life story of former wealthiest person and successful entrepreneur Jeff Bezos.